Hello everyone and welcome back to another buff breakdown. And man, is this the final video of today for Summer 10 launch? Man, it's by the time this comes out, I'm probably fully exhausted from editing all these videos and doing these streams. But yeah, this is probably the last video for today. I still wanted to cover it because, you know, I like to cover buffs day one. Again, apologize, Huyan from the event might have to wait until Friday because I already have my work cut out for me. So on Friday, you'll hopefully see the 2 new banner servants and Huyan's impressions. So hold on for that, because a lot of videos then. But yeah, let's do a buff breakdown to end this day. So they buffed Saito because he was one of the recipients of the male swimsuits. That was surprising, but hey, nice. He's never gotten a buff before. Not that he desperately needed one, but let's see what we have here anyway. I believe they buffed his third skill. So his third skill previously on a 5-turn cooldown gave him 30% attack for 3 times, 3 turns, and then 100% crit damage for 3 times, 3 turns. The crit damage, I don't really mind being hit-based, because, you know, you need to crit to proc it anyway, and it's 100%, it's a lot, but 30% attack for 3 times, that's just sad, right? Because if you do a Brave Chain, you can't even benefit on your extra attack from that then, because the first 3 attacks would just auto-consume those, so it's a bit of, especially if you hit a full Arch Chain with MP, then you really are sad if you don't get that attack buff. So it wasn't the best skill offensive-wise, it wasn't the worst, but I don't blame them for buffing this, so let's see what they did. So now, first change, the attack up is now 3 turns flat. Hooray! So now 30% attack for 3 turns on a 5-turn cooldown is actually on the really good end, especially for a 4-star. That is sexy. The crit damage remains unchanged. It's still 100% for 3 times 3 turns, which, like I said, I don't mind that being there. It's a huge amount anyway, so getting 3 fat crits from that, I think that's fine. He now also gets 30% anti-chaotic power mod for 3 turns. That's cool. He gets a bit of niche there as well, because he never really had any niche before. He was just generic damage. And then on top of that, final new line, 20% battery. I kind of do wish it was 30%, I'm not gonna lie. It would be a bit easier to use. But granted, his MP is already one of the best refunding MPs for single target MPs in the entire game. So if anything, it's probably fine, because you probably don't need too many batteries on him. In fact, you're probably still going to pop it turn 1 because you want the attack buff and the potentially the anti-chaotic as well. So in some cases, the setup is going to be a bit awkward, but it's still nice that it's 20%. 30% would be ideal, but, you know, better than 0, I guess. I'm just happy the attack buff is now 3 turns flat and that the anti-chaotic was introduced, so he can potentially do more damage depending on who you're DPSing. Otherwise, his kit is still very basic, but again, his MP, it's super it just does the job, right? It's a super spammable MP. It's like, if you're doing it properly, you should be MPing on him every single turn. Now with more damage. So on Saber tier list this year, we had him, I think, already fairly high. Where is that man? He's on A. With this, should I move him to A+ or not? I don't know, actually. Maybe I should. Maybe I should. He's probably at least on the cusp of being an A+. It potentially could be there. I don't know yet. He doesn't have the MP buff yet, though, but it is super spammable. And he can potentially still do more damage. I might hold off for now. We'll probably, you know, have this conversation again with all the 4-star single target Arch Sabers and whatnot. If and when we do these tier lists again, there might be a bit of a shuffle going on, as always. But I think for now, I'm just gonna Bing chilling. Still happy he got buffed, but not sure if I'm immediately gonna bump him. But hey, good buff nonetheless. But there you go, pretty short and sweet buff to end it off. Not as crazy as the finale for Anniversary 10 buffs. That was still very cool that they actually buffed Waver. But hey, more buffs. I said there was a chance we might see more buffs on the summer event, and I was right. And this might not even be the only buff. It's the only buff for day 1, for the release of the event. But there could always be more buffs in like a weekend or something. Who knows? So again, if there's ever new buffs, I'll be here to cover them day 1 as always. But hopefully you enjoyed that video. That will be it for today. So that was like about 5 videos on, I don't even know. Sorry for the spam, by the way, in case you were annoyed by a lot of videos, but I really want to get these highlights out there. Tomorrow you might not see anything, but on Friday again, expect like 3-4 videos again at the very least. So content grind is real, and I'm hoping my rolls go a bit better than today as well. So if you enjoyed the video, like on it, it helps out, and subscribe not to miss out on future videos. Lots and lots of videos this week. Oh boy. Wish me luck, dudes. I'm gonna need it. Shout out to my patrons on the screen right now, and suit for being a big YouTube tier member supporter. And otherwise, let's have a great summer up ahead, and see ya in the next one. Bye bye.